Class 12 Business Study Chapter Organizing Part 3.
Hi guys, once again welcome back to our channel. So today we are going to start with organizing part 3. So first in organizing part 2 we have studied about the functional structures, its advantages and disadvantages. So today we are going to further study about the divisional structures, its advantages and disadvantages, delegation of authority, its process and elements. So first let's begin with the divisional structure. So what is divisional structure? Divisional structure is basically dividing the organizations according to the product which they manufacture. So there are many companies who are into many field of product. Some are in a cosmetic. If a particular we say any company like Meena company is particularly busy with the marketing as well as into cosmetics and food. So these are divided on the basis of the product which they are manufacturing. So what are its advantages? So first advantage is that quick decision making, as the branches of particular product are different from each other, so the quick decision making can be taken in a particular organization particular product, so they can take a decision related to it. So result can be accessed very easily as it is an independent office, or we can say as it is an independent from each other product, so they can take quick results as well as decision. Growth and expansion can also be observed in various products, and if some product is not running good, so they can shut it down and focus on other products. So next is disadvantages, we can say. So what are the disadvantages in it? First is conflicts may arise between the we can say two various managers of a different product, and it may lead to selfish attitude. So if a cosmetic is more improving, then the other one would get selfish attitude that only his product should run. So this would create a problem for a company. So next is duplicity of function. So how can the work be duplicate? Because the organization, every organization process are the same, though the products are different, but there is same function. So it may lead to confusion, lead to duplicity of work, which will lead to increase the cost of an organization. So now we are moving to delegation of authority. So what is delegation of authority? Passing down some authorities to the subordinate within a prescribed limit, we can say. So why is it important? Because it helps to reduce the workload of a we can say upper level of the management. It gives a good quality of initiative to the employees or the subordinate, better quick decision making. So it also leads to the coordination between the employees. So what are the process or elements of delegation? We can say there are three main elements: authority, responsibility and accountability. Authority means giving the authority or the command, we can say. So the authority can be given to anybody, it can be delegated. Responsibility, a particular person who is held as responsible, so the responsibility cannot be delegated to anyone. Accountability, the total product which comes, and he would be the ultimately answerable whether it's profit or loss. So I hope you understood the chapter very well. Thank you for watching.
Please do like
Guys,
and
please do
subscribe
like,
Gayatri
subscribe, share
channel.
Gayatri
Keep
Narasimha
watching
channel.
Crazy
We
Subbu
will be
with
back
Furry
soon
Family.
with
We
our
will be
new
back
video.
very
Till
soon.
then,
Until then,
take care.
take
Bye
care. Bye
bye.
bye.